Hey everyone, you've got Arleos the Paladin here, and today we are looking at getting your first full clear of your Horrific Visions of Stormwind, War Within style. So if you're having trouble getting your first full clear, there are a few things that you can do to make your life easier. So as the healer main, first thing I would recommend is grabbing a DPS spec. As a healer main, I was having a little bit of a hard time doing this solo. It was just taking me too long to get through, so I switched to a DPS spec. Seems to go a lot quicker. The little NPC helper that they give you does not seem to be enough to push you through. For the purposes of this guide, I'm just doing it by myself in a DPS spec. Now there are 5 different corrupted areas. We've got the Cathedral District where you first start. You've got the Dwarven District, which is an easy one. You've got the Old Town, which is a little bit of a harder district. You've got the Trade District, which is also an easier one. And then we've got the Mage Quarter, which is also a harder one. Now the first time you clear each of these areas, you are going to receive a permanent buff called Steeled Mind, which will reduce your sanity drain by 10% for each area cleared. So this will last with us, this will stay with you forever, so once you've cleared an area, you get a permanent buff. So if you're having trouble getting through this, we'll punch through to each one individually, you'll get the extra 10% buff, and that's going to help you do a full clear. So if you're having trouble getting it, again, this might not be all in one clear, but there are some player powers that we add through doing multiple clears. Now the more stuff you do in here, the more powerful you get. The more mementos you unlock. There's a talent tree that is going to make life a little bit easier for you. Things like granting more sanity restoral when you kill elites. That makes the elites worth killing. And just the more mobs you kill, the more potions you collect, the more stuff you do while in the visions are going to contribute to some additional player power. So to start, we're going to look at the 2 easiest areas, which are going to be the Dwarven District and the Trade District. So to start in the Cathedral District, you're going to want to cut over to the Dwarven District as quickly as you can. Again, you do not have to clear all the mobs, you just clear whatever you have to do in order to get to the next area and complete your objectives. In the Dwarven District, we do have to plant various bombs, and then we kill the end boss. So it's a little bit more straightforward to do. All the bombs are going to be marked on your map for where you have to go to place them. Once that's done, there's a detonator that you're going to push down. That's going to summon the boss. You kill him, and then a portal will spawn behind him. You can click on the portal, and it will bring you back to the Cathedral District. From there, you can head on over to the Trade District. We're going to work our way through the Trade District. We do have to go to a special boss near where the Griffin is in Stormwind. So I'll just put the route up that I'm taking on the map here in yellow. Once you kill that NPC, it spawns the boss for the area, which you can then kill, and then there are some cages that you go to unlock to complete the area. These are going to be the 2 easier ones. You can then go and kill the main boss in the Stormwind Cathedral if you're running out of energy. If ever your sanity is getting too low, you do want to use one of your extra abilities. So if this is your very first run and you haven't finished the quest yet to unlock your talent tree, you're going to want to just go and do the Cathedral because you won't have enough sanity to get through. Once you've unlocked your talent tree and you've got your ability that restores your sanity, that's going to allow you to push into at least all of this without any masks to get everything clear. So again, main goal here is not killing all the ads, only enough to get by. As you get more comfortable, if you've got a lot of time left, a lot of sanity left, then that's where you can push out further and either clear more mobs or start doing it in a harder difficulty. Once you've cleared all of the different areas in one run, so you've cleared all 5 of them, each of the bosses, in one run, you're going to unlock some masks that allow you to increase the difficulty a little bit further. We will touch on what this does for you on some future videos, but it's going to increase the rewards, the item level of the rewards that you're getting from these clears. Now your sanity starts at 1000, and I would say once you're in the last 100 sanity and your screen starts changing colors, that's a good time to use your sanity changing ability. Some more advanced things to note with the potions once you have these unlocked. As you enter the vision, there's going to be a little dead NPC who's sitting over here. Each one, he's got a note beside him. The potion right next to him is going to be the bad potion for the run. So right now I've got a mysterious green liquid. If I drink that, it's going to take away 100 sanity. So that means you do not want to drink the green potions as you're looting them. And as I found out, the red one is going to be my plus sanity potion. Alright, so you've cleared your first 2 areas, you're ready to move on to one of the harder ones. So I'd recommend doing one of these after you do one of the easy ones. So I'll talk about the Mage Quarter first. So after you finish the Trade District, we're going to exit the Trade District towards the Mage Quarter. I'll go ahead and put the route that I'm taking around here up on the map. So we kind of circle around here, There are some of the houses that we have to cut through, so I'll just show a picture of what one of those looks like. So it's not immediately obvious, but if you do see one of the doors open, you may have to just run through it to get to the portals. So we do have to kill each of the portal guardians to close the portals. Once all the portals are closed, we do have to run up the mage tower in the middle to fight the last boss. Now the boss in this area is a little bit more difficult. You fight him initially, and then he will teleport to either the right or left side, and you have to run to him while dodging the little frost waves that he's putting out. And he does have a stacking slow that goes up. So if you have a freedom or anything that gets you out of slow abilities, it's going to be handy to use it there. Once you get within his range, then you can attack him. You do want to interrupt any of the casts that he has. So if he starts casting his arcane missiles or his polymorph, you want to interrupt those to not get hit. So rinse and repeat until he's dead. You may have to run across the side once or twice, as long as you're dodging all the abilities. So dodge the frost and you get to him before he finishes his cast, then you should be good. After you're done the mage portal, I'd recommend, or the mage quarter, I'd recommend teleporting back to the cathedral district. And then for doing Old Town, again, I normally do Old Town after I do the Dwarven district. You continue out from the Dwarven district towards Old Town. We do a quick circle around here and into the back of Old Town, sort of where SI7 used to be in Stormwind. Now the last boss here I found to be a little bit more difficult, and if you have an immunity, it's a good time to use it. His little eye helpers that he has with him drain your sanity quite quickly, so I like to drop an immunity when the boss vanishes, just so I don't have to worry about any sanity loss from him. So that's one of the bosses that you'll likely find the most difficult, especially if you don't have any kind of immunity. But with these routes, it should get you through to clear all 4 of these areas with still plenty of sanity to spare. So I hope you guys found this helpful and that you're finally able to get your 4 clear. Again, if you're having trouble, make sure you clear each one of them individually. You're going to get your extra 10% stacking buff, so it's going to make your sanity drain slower, and that makes it a lot easier when you're trying to do them all in one run. Alright, so if you have any comments, leave them for me in the comments. I would appreciate to hear from you guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, click that like button. I appreciate it a lot, and we will see you guys for the next video. Happy hunting!